Welcome to our college basketball preview show alongside Jenna Miner, Jonah Corral. I'm Corey Kuffler. We'll take a closer look at the Iowa, Illinois, and Iowa State men's and women's teams, as well as some local college teams.
It's a new era for Iowa men's basketball with Ben McCollum, and Jan Jensen looks to keep the Iowa women playing at a high level.
And down in Champaign, Brad Underwood has a new look with several international players, while Shauna Green will look to guide her team back to the NCAA tournament for the second straight year.
And up in Ames, the Cyclones programs will look to keep their streak of tournament appearances going. Ben McCollum era tipped off back in March with hundreds of people showing up outside of Carver Hawkeye to welcome the new basketball coach. McCollum had plenty of success at the Division II level as well as Drake. And in his introductory press conference with Iowa, he was excited to be leading the Iowa program, and he has one goal in mind.
I mean, your objective is to win championships. The reason we went to Drake was because we felt like we had an opportunity to win the Missouri Valley Conference Championship and get to the NCAA tournament. We felt like they were resourced enough to be able to do that, and it was important through the conversations with Beth that she was on the same page as me, and she might have even been on a further page ahead in regards to wanting to bring championships here. And so, you know, that's obviously what we're trying to build. I would like to see a full Carver. Like I would like to see fans out there. I've seen full at other sports. I want to make sure that we put a good product out there so that fans enjoy it, and you know, we show what Iowa is like. So that would be my vision, similar to what we did at Northwest Missouri State for that 15 years, build it into that kind of contender.
Basketball season is getting closer and closer, and with that, these colleges are having their basketball media days to get to know the teams before they tip off. A new chapter starting in Carver Hawkeye Arena with head coach Ben McCollum taking over. He says the Hawks need to have a chip on their shoulder to be competitive in the Big Ten and believes his guys can do just that. The team ready to rise to the challenge and excited for the team chemistry to keep developing as the Hawks find their new identity.
Every game is going to be a big game, and we're going to have to play our best every game. And then the lights are brighter here. Lots of lights on you and every move you make. And just being out in public too, just people knowing who you are is a big change too.
I talked to Bennett a lot before deciding to come back, but just toughness, being able to make all the extra effort plays, finish possessions, get the rebound, and get all the 50-50 balls is what he expects, and then just to win. He loves winners, and that's what we hope to do this year.
Other programs were gonna tell me that what can I do for them, and Coach McCollum always started those conversations saying what he can do for me. So that was a big difference, because the mindset is just like so different and so successful for players, for coaches, for programs, and for everything. And it's always nice to be around that kind of people.
Iowa opens its season November 4th at home against Robert Morris. Here are some key dates for the Iowa men's basketball schedule that year. Like I said, they open against Robert Morris on November 4th. Big Ten play starts December 2nd at Michigan State. December 11th is the annual Cy-Hawk game at Hilton Coliseum. January 11th, Iowa hosts Illinois, and Big Ten tournament starts March 10th.
Now we head down to Champaign as Brad Underwood begins his 9th year as the head coach of the Illini. Illinois is in the preseason top 25, coming in at 17th. Illinois was a 6th seed in last year's NCAA tournament, winning their first game up in Milwaukee over Xavier before falling in the second round to Kentucky 84-75. They would then lose 2 players to the NBA draft. Will Riley and Kasparas Yakachonis would get selected in the NBA draft. The offseason was a good one for Brad Underwood and the Illini. In the transfer portal, the Illini acquiring Andrei Stojakovic from Cal. David Mirkovic is a freshman from Montenegro. Zvonimir Ivicic transfers in from Arkansas, joining his brother Tomislav. And Mihailo Petrovic just received his eligibility from the NCAA, and now it's about getting everyone all on the same page.
I think it's always about the standard of understanding how hard it is to win. And then I think it's all about hard work. You know, we try to do it every single day, be consistent with our work. It's longer. You know, we're not in superb shape yet. We'll build to that, and so it's still kind of a carryover from what we've been doing this fall.
Fast forward to now, and the Illini are preparing for the upcoming 2025-26 season. We got a first look at this year's Illini group with some key returners from the round of 32 team, like Kylan Boswell and Tomislav Ivasic, and some new pickups. A notable one in Zvonimir Ivasic, Tommy's twin brother. The Orange and Blue excited for the upcoming season and impressed with how the team has been developing so far.
We've had some really positive practices. It's been a great opportunity to mix and match, so to speak. Yes, we've looked at both the twins together a good amount. I think that's something that that we can see at different times. I think that it's we've even looked at a really big lineup, sliding Zvonimir some to a perimeter spot because of his ability to shoot it and space the floor. So our veterans, it is so incredibly great to have veterans and to have guys. I'm very pleased. I think our leadership has been so advanced from a year ago, and maybe on the same level as it was the year we had TJ.
Illinois opens its season October 19th at home against Illinois State. Here are a couple key dates for the Illinois men's basketball schedule. They play 3 preseason top 25 teams, including number 3 UConn on November 28th. December 6th, they face Tennessee down in Nashville. Big Ten play begins on December 9th at Ohio State, and the bragging rights game against Missouri is on December 22nd.
All right, now we shift to the Big 12 and the Iowa State Cyclones. They, too, are coming off an NCAA bid and a second-round exit from the tournament. Head coach TJ Otzelberger once again found plenty of talent on the transfer portal while keeping some key pieces in place like Taman Lipsey, Joshua Jefferson, and Milan Momcilovic. Trey Redfield from our sister station in Des Moines has more on the Clones.
Come to Hilton Coliseum, you will find the only team in the Big 12 that's top 4 in total offense and total defense. Here at Men's Basketball Media Day, the Cyclones were telling me why they're going to look even stronger this season in one of, if not the toughest, men's basketball conference in the nation.
This team is definitely different. Obviously, every year is different, but I think we're going to play fast this year, trying to even pressure us more than we have in the past defensively. Just the guys that we have that pressure the ball and dictate on the defensive side, it's a high level.
I think we're going to be much deeper defensively, so I think we're going to be able to get after teams a lot more than we were last year. And then offensively, we have a lot of power shooters and then skilled guys, so fives can really pass it as well. So I think it just all blended really well together.
We are going to play to win every single possession, and everybody that's new to the program has to show the value that they bring every time that they take the floor. What can we count on? What can we depend on? How are you impacting and driving winning?
ISU is going to have to look even better with a third of new faces on this roster. There are 5 new freshmen coming into Ames this season. It all begins with the exhibition against Creighton next Friday, but the season officially gets going on Monday, November 3rd, when ISU welcomes in Fairleigh Dickinson. From Hilton Coliseum, I'm Trey Redfield, Local 5 Sports.
Thanks, Trey. Now here are some key Iowa State games. December 6th, they travel to preseason number 1 Purdue. December 11th, they host Iowa in the Cy-Hawk game. February 14th, they welcome Kansas to Hilton Coliseum. And then on 2 days later, they play Houston, the preseason number 2 team.
Now we shift gears to Iowa women's basketball. It's year 2 under Jan Jensen. After winning 23 games last year, the Hawks are looking for bigger and better this season. That will all start with Iowa's returning starters. There are 4 players with plenty of Big Ten experience. Coach Jensen saying this is the youngest Iowa squad since 2012, so it may take some time to get everyone on the same page.
My goal is by the time we hit that Big Ten season, that we're gonna look a lot different then than I think we're going to look on October 30th. But the possibilities are so exciting. It's just it's a really new year, and I know that the patience and the energy it takes to form a team, the team forming is always exciting, but it also takes a lot of energy.
Iowa will open the season November 3rd against Southern University. Just a few weeks ago, Jan Jensen got an unexpected call from a recruit they have been pushing hard to get to come to Iowa City.
Hey, how are you?
Who is it?
McKenna Velichko is a 5-star recruit from California. She is considered to be the 6th best senior in the country and the top wing player in the U.S. This is a big get for Jensen and the Hawks. She is the first of many recruits Iowa is looking to bring in next season. And here are some key dates for the Iowa women's basketball team. December 10th is the Cy-Hawk game in Ames. On the 20th, they travel to New York City to play preseason #1 UConn. February 1st, they hit the road for UCLA. And on February 26th, they host Illinois.
Shauna Green and her Illinois basketball team is coming off their first NCAA appearance since 2003. The Illini even getting a win in the opening round before falling to Texas in round 2. The Illini will look a little different this year, graduating some big pieces in Kendall Bostic, Genesis Bryant, Makaira Cook, Adalia McKenzie, and others. Although the team is young entering the season, they have Miss Illinois and the Gatorade Player of the Year, Destiny Jackson, coming in, and transfer Aaliyah Guyton from Iowa, giving Shauna Green plenty of reasons to be happy with her squad and ready to instill the culture of the program to grow as a team.
We're a very young team, as you guys know, just trying to take things really literally step by step, possession by possession, and instill our culture, our principles, fundamentals of what we want and what has been, really drives this program to success. So I love this team. I love this group. They're working extremely hard. They're really, really together. We're just inexperienced, so trying to gain some experience through some adversity that I have to create in practice. And then obviously we'll have a scrimmage in 3 weeks to test ourselves against a really good team on the road. So like where we're at, but obviously a long ways to go.
Illinois opens its season at home against SEMO. Taking a look at some key dates for the Illinois women this season, they open Big Ten play at home against Indiana. December 10th is the bragging rights game against Missouri. January 28th, they have UCLA in town. And on February 8th, they host USC.
And finally, we make a stop back in Ames for Bill Fennelly and his Iowa State women's basketball team. Fennelly entering his 31st season as the head coach. The Cyclones with high expectations again this year, something Bill Fennelly's groups are used to. The Clones come in at number 14 in this year's AP preseason poll. Last year, the Clones were ranked 9th. They struggled in the early part of the season, but managed to finish the year strong.
At the beginning of the year, we were not nearly as good as people thought. And at the end of the year, we were not nearly as bad as people thought. I mean, we did play in the NCAA tournament. We did win 23 games with a team full of sophomores and one senior. This year, we have basically all juniors and one senior again. So I do think there's a bit greater understanding.
I think we learned that we're a really, really resilient team and that the losses kind of helped us later in the year. You know, playing against the South Carolinas and the UConns teach us a lot of valuable lessons. I mean, we lost by quite a bit, but that helped kind of expose some of our weaknesses, and I feel as if we really worked on those in the offseason.
Being 3 hours from home is something that was a big star for me. And then just coming on campus, like, I love my teammates to death. Like, I didn't imagine how much fun I'd be having with them. My coaching staff is 100%. They've exceeded my expectations as well as my teammates.
Iowa State opens the season at home against St. Thomas. Let's take a look at some of the big games for the Iowa State women this season. On November 20th, they're at Drake. December 10th, they host Iowa in the Cy-Hawk game. December 14th against UNI. And then on January 4th, they play a top team in Baylor. The college basketball season is right around the corner for the Augustana men's and women's programs. They're looking to build on their recent success. For the men, this year will be number 2 for Jordan Delp at the helm of the basketball program, returning a few key pieces from last season. The Vikings have 6 local players and plenty of talent that has them excited for this year and beyond.
Those relationships certainly go a long way, not just to us being able to interact and coach and grow, but also in terms of them being able to hold the rest of our guys who maybe haven't been around as long or don't know me as well, accountable to those standards as well.
And we want to play all the way until March. You know, we want our identity to be defense on the defensive end, play hard, and just leave it all on the floor every time.
One of the biggest things is playing hard, smart, and together. That's the biggest thing, especially playing tough competition. We're going to have ups and downs, you know, it's not always going to go perfect, but being together, picking each other up, and making sure we're pushing each other to be better each day.
Augie will open the season November 11th at home against Wisconsin Lutheran.
On the ladies' side, this is year 14 for head coach Mark Beinborn. He has built a great tradition with the women's team. Augie has 6 local players on the roster, and after a slow start last season with 9 freshmen, the experience should help the Vikings achieve their goals this year.
Biggest jump's freshman to sophomore year. You know, you don't get the jump junior to senior year. You just keep improving, get more poise, but those freshmen learn.